Just announced, Princess Leonor's future shakes the Spain monarchy. A crown is secure. A future is certain. Or so we thought. But then came the announcement. Now, everything Spain believed about its monarchy stands on shaky ground. Princess Leonor of Spain, the heir to the throne, the symbol of modern monarchy, the first queen to be in centuries. For years, her path was clear: continue the legacy of her father, King Felipe VI, and lead Spain into a stable, dignified future. But with a single announcement, the palace has shifted the ground beneath her feet, and the nation is left questioning what comes next. What was this announcement? Why does it matter so deeply? And how could one statement ripple through the royal family, the people of Spain, and even Europe itself? To answer that, we must look closely, not only at Leonor's life, but at the fragile balance of monarchy and public trust in Spain. From her earliest days, Leonor was groomed for leadership. Unlike her father, who once lived in the shadow of uncertainty, Leonor's role as heir was never doubted. At just 18 years old, she has already undergone military training, formal education, and countless public appearances. The palace presented her as the perfect successor: strong, disciplined, and ready. But here's the truth: behind the flawless royal stage, the pressures mount. Behind the graceful speeches lies the burden of expectation. And it was in that context that the announcement dropped, sending shockwaves through Spain. Reports suggest the announcement hinted at two possibilities: either a reshaping of her royal role, or new personal circumstances that could affect her reign. And here lies the dilemma. Could it be about her education, perhaps the palace planning a different future than the one the public imagined? Or could it be about her personal life, where whispers of love and companionship clash with the duty of monarchy? The curiosity deepens: what could shake a future so carefully built? The monarchy is delicate in Spain. It is loved by some, tolerated by others, and constantly scrutinized. Every move, every word, every headline matters. A single slip could ignite public debate, political backlash, even calls for reform. Leonor, as the face of the monarchy's future, is no longer just a teenager. She is a living symbol of stability or instability. And the announcement reminded everyone just how fragile this balance is. Consider her father, King Felipe VI. His reign has been defined by restoring trust after scandals surrounding his predecessor, Juan Carlos I. For years, Felipe and Queen Letizia have fought to rebuild respect for the crown. And Leonor was central to that plan: the hope, the promise, the fresh face of monarchy. If her path falters, if her future appears uncertain, the legacy of Felipe's reforms could unravel. Could the Spanish monarchy survive such a tremor? And then, consider Leonor herself. A young woman, a daughter, a sister, a human being before a crown. Imagine the loneliness of being told your destiny at birth. Imagine the expectations of millions weighing on your shoulders. Now imagine that in the middle of it all, the palace makes an announcement that throws your life into the public eye. What choice would you make? Could you withstand it? The public asks, is she ready? Is she willing? And more importantly, does she even want this future? That is the question no one dares to ask openly. Because if Leonor chooses differently, if she refuses, what then? The monarchy of Spain would face its greatest crisis in modern history. But perhaps the announcement was not a step back, but a step forward. Perhaps it was a strategic move by the palace, designed to prepare Spain for a new kind of monarchy. A monarchy led by a young queen who balances tradition with modern values, who shows vulnerability but also strength. Could this be the plan? Could the palace be reshaping not Leonor's destiny, but the monarchy itself? And yet, whispers linger. Rumors swirl of Leonor's personal attachments, of a heart caught between love and the crown. If this is part of the announcement, then Spain may be forced to confront the oldest question in royal history: can a ruler follow their heart, or must they sacrifice it for the throne? We've seen this play out across Europe, the love stories of royals who defied expectations. Some won acceptance, others paid a heavy price. Which path will Leonor walk? This is where the story tightens. The palace announcement did not clarify everything. It opened doors. It raised questions. It planted seeds of doubt and curiosity. And with each passing day, the Spanish people, the European press, and royal watchers around the world demand answers. Picture the scene, the grand halls of Zarzuela Palace. Advisors debating. Felipe and Letizia weighing their daughter's future. Leonor herself, quiet, reflective, perhaps torn between loyalty to her family and her own desires. Does she embrace the role she was born into, or does she risk everything for the freedom to choose her own destiny? If she steps